Hello students, as in the last video lecture we saw some basic knowledge about initial arm, terminal arms and its types of angle. And in types of angle, as I told, the co-terminal angle will play an important role. So we saw the definition as well as we took some example. After that we saw a very important concept, that how to convert degree into radian and radian into degree. As yet also we took some few example, and I told just to remember the answer for degree in terms of radian. So these are the some few main angles, and we can say that it is a main known angles. Okay, so you must know to read the this known angles in terms of radian. As 30 degree we can read as pi by 6, 45 degree we can read as pi by 4, 60 degree we can read as pi by 3, 90 we can read as pi by 2, 180 we can read as pi, 270 we can read as 3 pi by 2, and 360 we can read as 2 pi. And remember this pi c. Okay, so it is equals to what? 180. So this all things we had seen in the last video lecture. So let's take some few more example based on how to convert degree into radian and radian into degree. Yes or no? So let's see 250 degree. So we know that how to convert degree into radian. Simply you have to multiply the number by pi by 180, so it will get converted into radian. After this, as clearly we can see that we can cancel this 0 and 0, and further I guess we cannot cancel this 25 and 18 as it does not go in a similar number. So we left with 25 pi by 18 radian. So that is the answer, as we cannot cancel this number further. Let's see one more example, minus 85 degree. So whenever you come across minus negative angle, so simply what you will do, you will keep this minus as it is. Okay, and convert that degree into radian by simply multiplying by 1 by pi by 180, so it will get converted into radian. Don't worry about this minus, just simply you have to keep the minus till the final answer. So therefore this minus, as we can cancel this number 85 and 180, as both the numbers will go I guess in 5 17s are 85. Yes or no? 5 7s are 35 and 85. 5 17s are 85 and 5 36 are 180. So here we left with 17 and 36, as 17 and 36 odd and even number. So further I guess we cannot, this 17 and 36 we cannot cancel this number further. So here we left with 17 pi upon 36 radian. So here we got the answer for minus 85 degree. It is known as minus 17 pi upon 36 radian. So here we took some few example based on how to convert degree into radian. So now we'll see how to convert radian into degree now, as these are the sums from the exercise only. Okay, of your first exercise. So I'm taking some few example, few sums of the first exercise. Okay, now we'll see how to convert radian into degree. So convert radian into degree, simply what you will do, you will multiply the term by 180 upon pi. So as you will multiply that term by 180 upon pi, so this pi will get cancelled. Yes or no? So here we can cancel this number, 12 ones are 12, 15s are. Yes or no? So 12 ones are 12, 15s are. So here we can cancel this number, 12 ones are 12, 15s are. So here we left with what? 7 into 15. Yes or no? So when you will multiply, it will get converted into degree. Okay, so whenever you multiply 180 upon pi, so it will get converted into degree. So 7 into 15, 7 into 15, that is what? 105 degree. So in this way you can convert radian into degree. So we'll take one more example, as here we have minus. So as I told, whenever you come across with a negative angle, simply you will write that minus as it is. Okay, so simply you have to multiply that term by 180 upon pi, so it will get converted into degree. So pi will get cancelled, 3 ones are 3, 60s are, so you are left with minus 5 into 60. Yes or no? So minus 5 into 60 is what we can say, minus 300 degree. Yes or no? And remember, don't forget to write this, okay, degree, and don't write C and C only. Okay, if you convert radian into degree, so here 0 will come, and if you convert degree into radian, here C will come. Okay, so in this way you have to convert your answer for degree into radian and radian into degree. Got the point? Okay, so in simple language, what is 1 degree? It is pi by 180 radian, and 1 radian is equals to what? 180 upon pi degree. I hope you all understood the conversion between degree and radian to degree. So let's move on to the next concept. As your next concept is what? Simply you have to draw the angles of the following measure, and you have to determine the quadrant. As this types of sums, it is there in the exercise. So simply what you will do, you have to draw the angles for the following measure. As here we have the following measure, 250, 750 and minus 180. You have to draw the angles of the following like this. Okay, you have to draw the angles of the following measures and determine the quadrant, and simply you have to determine the quadrant, like 250 lies in which quadrant, 750 lies in which quadrant, minus 80 lies in which quadrant. As this type of sum, this concept actually it is there in the exercise. Now we'll see first the rotation. As we know that when the angle moves in anti-clockwise direction, it makes positive angle. As we know that the position is what? 0, 90, 180, 270 and 360. When it moves in clockwise direction, so angle will be what? Negative. And the position will be what? 0, minus 90, minus 180. Yes or no? Minus 90, minus 180, minus 270 and minus 360. So this is the position for the negative angle. As when it rotates in clockwise direction, so the position angle start from here, minus 90, minus 180, minus 270 and minus 360. For anti-clockwise direction, the angle start from here, 0, 90, 180, 270 and 360. And we know the position also, first quadrant. So this is what? First quadrant, this is second quadrant, this is third, and this is fourth. And remember one thing, whether the angle moves in anti-clockwise direction and the clockwise direction, let it be whether it moves in anti-clockwise or clockwise, but the quadrant will be fixed. This position of first quadrant will be first only, second quadrant will be second, third quadrant will be third, and the fourth quadrant will be fourth, whether it moves in anti-clockwise direction or clockwise direction. So for this is the first, second, third, fourth, and for this also this first, second, third and fourth. Okay, so the position of the quadrant never change whether the angle moves in anti-clockwise direction or clockwise direction. Okay, so now we'll see how to present your sum, how to draw the diagram for the particular given angle. Okay, as the first one here is what? It is 250. First try to predict the angle, as 250 is what? Positive angle. And we know that if it is a positive angle, so where it will lies first that you have to decide whether where it will lies. It lies in the first, second, third or fourth quadrant. As clearly we can see that as this is the positive angle, so positive angle means the direction will be what? Anti-clockwise. So this is 0, 90, 180 and 270. So 250, common sense, it will lies between 180 and 270. So if it lies between 180 and 270, so this is what? This is the third quadrant. As 250, clearly we can see that it lies in the third quadrant. So don't write the answer directly 250 lies in the third quadrant. As here clearly mentioned that you have to draw the angles of the following measure and then determine the quadrants. Okay, So first we'll see how to draw the diagram. It is very simple. As we know that the axis, yes or no? Okay, this is what x dash, y, and this is what y dash. As we have to draw the angles of the following measure and you have to determine the angle. Okay, so as simply you will show this x and y quadrant. As this is positive angle, so the positive angle, it will start from here, yes or no? It will start rotating from here. As we know that 250, common sense, it will lies between 180 and 270, so somewhere it will come, yes or no? So we'll consider this origin as O and this ray as O P, showing this rotation of angle as 250 degree. Okay, so this is the format. So in this way you will draw the diagram. Simply you will show x and y quadrant, show the rotation whether it moves in anti-clockwise or clockwise direction, and show the position of the ray. As 250 we know that it will lies between 180 and 270, so show that position where it will come by drawing this ray. And this angle which it makes from here to till here, the angle is what, 250. So here you will write 250 degree, and here in the statement you will write, since the terminal arm OP lies in the third quadrant, so therefore we can say that the angle, this angle 250 is where, is in the third quadrant. So if it comes for 2 marks, so 1 mark will be for diagram and 1 mark for writing this step. So simply you will show the x and y axis and show the rotation and show this ray by saying it that this rotation is what, this angle is what, till here to here is 250, and that angle you will write here. I hope you all understood how to draw the angle for the following measure and to how to determine the quadrant. Okay, don't write this step directly without the diagram. Okay, so you will get only 1 mark, as here clearly mentioned that you have to draw the angles for the following measure and also determine the quadrant. So let's move on to the second one. As second one also clearly we can see that this is what, positive angle. Positive angle position, we know that it is anti-clockwise direction, yes or no? Anti-clockwise direction. So 750 where it will come, 750, 750 where it will come. As we know that if it completes a one rotation, that is 360. When it completes a second rotation, that is 720, yes or no? 720, got the point? As we know that the difference from year to year, it is what, 90 90, difference of 90 90, yes or no? This is 0 90 180 270 and 360. So here we have the difference of 90 90. So common sense, so 720 plus 90, 720 and 90, it will be what, 810. So common sense, the 750 will lies where, it will lies between this two. So year to year it will be 180, 810 degree, yes or no? So this will be 720. So 720 and 180, so 75, 750 will lies where, in the first quadrant after two rotation. Got the point? If it completes a one rotation, it means 360 degree. Second rotation means what, 720. Okay, and we know the difference from year to year is what, difference of 90 degree. So 720 plus 90, it will makes here 180, 810 degree, yes or no? So 720 and 810 degrees. So common sense is 750 will lies where, somewhere here. So after two rotation, the 750 angle comes where in the first quadrant. So now we'll see how to draw the angle for the following measure. Okay, so simply by showing the axis y x dash, as we know that it will complete two rotation, one, two. Two means what? 720. Common sense, if this is 720 degree, here we have the difference of 90 and 90. So 720 plus 90, here it will make 810 degrees. So 720, 810 degree. So common sense, our angle will lie somewhere here. Okay, what the point? And here you will write the degrees showing that this is what? First rotation, second rotation, that is 720, and here somewhere it will lies. Okay, this is O and this is P. So this ratio that two rotation, and when it come back till here, that 750 degree lies in the first quadrant. Simply by showing this angle, that one rotation and the second rotation is what? 720. Common sense, this is 720 and this will be 810. So between this two, the 750 will lies. So 750 indirectly or directly, can I say it lies in what? It lies in the first quadrant, yes or no? So here you will write, since the terminal arm OP lies in first quadrant, the angle is in the first quadrant. So in this way you will present your sum in the exam by showing the diagram and by writing the step. Got the point? So we know that one rotation is what? 360. Second rotation 720. By showing this rotation, as here clearly we can see that this is one and this is the second rotation, that is 720, and 750 will lie somewhere here. And indirectly we can say the 750, it lies where? In the first quadrant. Got the point? Understood? Okay, so here no need of writing 0 degree, 90 degree. If you want, you can write that also, or directly by simply showing this x dash, y dash, and show this rotation and show this ray, that's it, and write the sentence. So let's take one more example as minus 80. We'll see minus 80 degree where it will lies. As clearly we can see that this is a negative angle. Negative angle is what? The rotation will be what? In the clockwise direction. And the position of angle will be what? 0, minus 90, minus 180, minus 270, and minus 360 degree. So common sense, minus 80 will lies where? It lies between 0 and minus 90. So that ray will come here, and we know that whether the angle moves in anti-clockwise direction or clockwise direction, the position of the quadrant never change. The position of the quadrant will be same. So here we'll draw the diagram first, simply by showing the axis. This is x dash, y dash, and we know that minus 80 is a negative angle, so the position, it will start from here, yes or no? So somewhere it will come here. So this is O, this is P. So this angle which it makes, it's what? Minus 80 degree. As we know that position of negative angle is start from here, yes or no? 0, minus 90, minus 180, minus 270, and minus 360. Okay, so minus 80, common sense, it will lies between 0 and minus 90. So somewhere it will come here. And we know that whenever the position of angle rotates in clockwise or anti-clockwise direction, the quadrant, the position of the quadrant never change, it will be same. So clearly we can see that this minus 80, it lies where? It lies in the fourth quadrant. So here you will write, since the terminal arm OP lies in the fourth quadrant. The position of the quadrant never changes. Remember this, whether it moves in clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. So therefore we can say that the angle is in fourth quadrant. I hope you all understood the method, the sum, how to draw the angle for the following measure and to determine the quadrant. Simply by showing this rotation, you can draw this rotation, draw this terminal arm and write the angle, and just simply write the answer in which quadrant it lies. It lies in the first quadrant. So that's the end of the concept. We can say how to show the draw the angles of the following measure and determine the quadrant. As now we had solved 2 3 example here, and there are many more sums in the exercise. If you want, you can try by yourself. So till now we had completed the concept based on initial arm, terminal, the types of angle, what is the exact definition of coterminal angle. Then we saw some basic definitions, and even we saw the definition of coterminal. As I told that coterminal will play an important role in this chapter, as your question number 1 it is based on the coterminal only. I hope you all understood the definition. In simple language, coterminal is what? If the difference between the two angle it shows the integral multiple of 360. Integral means what? Multiplication of 360. 360 ones are 360 twos are. So what does this 1 2 indicate? 1 2 is what? The rotation of the angle. 1 means one complete rotation. 2 means two rotation, which makes an angles of 720 degree, like that. So in simple language, if the difference between the two angle it shows the multiple of 360, you will write the pairs of angle is coterminal. If it doesn't show the multiple of 360, okay, if the difference between the angle is not a multiple of 360, so here you will write that the pairs of angle it is not coterminal. And as I told, in 11th and 12th standard you have to stop saying the answer of degree, answer angles of measure in terms of degree, and you have to start saying the answer in terms of radian. So after that we saw the conversion between degree and radian, how to convert degree and radian to degree and degree to radian. It is very simple, and we saw the symbol also. For degree we use 0, and for radian we write c. Very simple concept to convert degree into radian. Simply you have to multiply that number by pi by 180, so it will get converted into radian. And to radian to degree, simply you have to reciprocal this number. Pi by 180, you will write 180 upon pi, so it will get converted into degree. So here I wrote the formula. 1 degree we can say as pi by 180, and 1 radian it is known as 180 upon pi. Okay, so here pi c, you must know pi c is what? 180, and 2 pi c it is 360. After that we saw, as I told you all to remember some main angles, as these are the some main and known angles. So you must have to buy this answer in terms of degree as well as in radian, as these are some main angles which will be useful for coming exercise and even for the coming chapter also. So you must know what is 30 degree in radian, what is 45 degree in radian, what is 60 degree in radian. So 30 degree is known as pi by 6, 45 degree is known as pi by 4, 60 is pi by 3, 90 is pi by 2, 180 is pi, 270 is 3 pi by 2, 360 is 2 pi. Just remember pi is what? This pi c is 180. If you replace this pi everywhere by 180, so you will get the answer of degree. Pi c, if you replace this pi c, okay, pi c by 6, so pi c we can write as 180, yes or no? So if you cancel, you will get the answer 30 degree. So that's why I told, just to remember this pi c is what? 180. Okay, and we took some example also how to convert degree into radian and radian into degree. After that we took some few more example based on degree and radian, as these are the sums from the exercise. Okay, and in the finally we saw how to draw the angles for the falling measure and to determine the quadrant. And remember the position of anti-clockwise direction and clockwise. In anti-clockwise direction the angle will be positive, and in clockwise direction the angle will be negative. See, the position is 0, 90, 180, 270, 360. Here it is 0, minus 90, minus 180, minus 270, minus 360. And see to it that whether the angle moves in anti-clockwise or clockwise direction, the quadrant, the position of the quadrant never change. It will be fixed. For this is first, second, third, fourth, and for this also for the anti-clockwise direction also the quadrant will be fixed. This will be first, second, third, and fourth. Simply you will draw the x and y axis, draw the ray showing the rotation. You will state that in which quadrant it lies. Okay, so you have to draw the diagram as well as you have to write the sentence. So this part will come for 2 marks. 1 mark will be for diagram and 1 mark will be for this statement. If you want, you can write here 0 degree, 90 degree, yes or no, 0, 90, 180, 270, 360. In that way also you can show the diagram, or else simply by showing the x and y axis and this rotation and the terminal, it is enough, and just write the angle here. Okay, I hope you all understood this part also. Okay, so in the next lecture we're gonna do a very important concept, that is degree, minute and second. How to convert degree into minute and minute into second. So this part is also very important in this chapter. So this section we'll see in the next lecture. Till then, goodbye, see you in next lecture.